Back with Super 96 back here for another video for y'all today. Give me 1 minute, I'm gonna fix this real quick. Alright, I wanted to fix it so I could see the time. Um so this is kind of um a what happened video, and what I mean by that is this video is gonna be what happened, how I met my ex and all that stuff, and y'all can get a little bit of an insight of this. So if you got your dip, grab your dip. If you got your chew, grab your chew. If you don't dip, thumbs up to you. Thank you for coming back to the channel. I know some of y'all don't dip, and that's alright. But me, uh, I'm gonna be packing just a little bit of Copenhagen wintergreen. I'll show you how much I've got left. That's how much I got left. I gotta get some. And real quick, that's how much grizzly I've got left. That's how much grizzly I've got left. Yeah. I also got a $50 card for Christmas from my mom. My mom. So yeah. My phone goes off soon, so this is somewhat good for me. So let's get a little killer filler. I'm gonna try to see if my mom will get me a roll, because I've got that $7.50 off and it ends this month. Or give me the money and I'll go up there and get it or something. I don't know. Alright, so what happened? Real quick, before I forget, song of the day is by Puddle and Mud, Livin on Borrowed Time. Song of the week is by them too, Keep It Together by Puddle and Mud. So what happened? So me and I don't really like talking about this, but I was like, you know what? It's a video idea. It's something. So, I met my ex back in, sorry, I had to tell my TV to stay on. I think it was 2020. So I met my ex Heavenly in 2020. I added her randomly because she popped up in People You May Know, and it said we had like I think two or three mutual friends or whatever. So I added her. She added me back. She messaged me. Was like, she said something. I think it was like, what do you want? I've got a boyfriend or something like that. And I was like, I'm not trying to cause any problems. I just want to be a friend. That's all. And she lived in Hopewell too, so we couldn't hang out, but we could talk over the phone, text, blah blah blah. So we stayed friends until May of that year, and she texted me saying, "Hey, I got a crush on you. I'm single. Do you want to try to date?" Blah 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 blah. I can't really remember the more of the story than what I'm telling y'all. So if I botched some of it, I apologize. So anyway, sorry I had to spit. So anyway, so we started dating. We were on and off from May to September. And so what happened was she moved out here in, I think, September. It was August or September, something like that. And I went to my grandmother's house because at the time she went to the hospital and was about to get out of rehab or whatever. And a few of my family members didn't want her to be alone, so I went over there until like September. I went over there, what was it? It was like August something. And I came home September 25th because Joanne, my older sister Joanne came and got me. Um, so anyway, um, so I was over there for about a month and a half, and I came home. I text Heavenly. I was like, "Hey, I'm home. Did you want to hang out?" Well, I didn't get a response. So I waited a little while. I waited about 20, 30 minutes. She texted me finally, like, "Yeah, um, you would have to meet me halfway down the road from where I, from where she was living, because she was living with a guy that hated me." So anyway, so we met up. Um, she she got one of my I let her borrow one of my coats. I gave her a box of brownies. Um, and it went well for the first like week and a half. Then then stuff started hitting the fan. And what I mean by that is fights were happening, arguments, disagreements, and stuff like that. And, I straight up told her, I was like, look, how I felt about the whole situation, because she was hanging out with my little sister more than me. And I felt like in some ways that was not fair to me due to the fact that at the time she was my girlfriend. And I basically, I, we wasn't engaged, but I gave her, besides baby and baby girl, I gave her the nickname wifey because like I loved her to death. I still do. I still love her to this day. But but nothing's gonna change that. But anyway, um, so it it still continued for another week or so, and she went out to Hopewell for an appointment. And her friend Matt, or I think it was Matt, something like that. It was her best friend. Let's just put it that way. Her best friend came over to hang out with us, and they were kissing and hugging and all over each other, all willy nilly, right in front of me. And in her mind, and this is what she was telling me. In her mind, that was her way of trying to make me jealous. Well, in my opinion, I've seen it before, so I already knew what she was doing. So all I did, okay, so in my backyard we have a big tree, and then we had the little fire pit. Well, in the very back, in front of the boat, we had my dad's dog box, stainless steel, all stainless steel. My dad made it himself. So I went over there and sat on it. And I was saying, I was mouthing the words to a song, and she come over and she pulled a headphone out of my ear, and she was like, "Hey, do you think you can go run to Burger King for me and him and Abigail, and I'll give you my EBT card, and you can go to Food Line and get a drink." And let it be known now, at the time she was asking, it was 4 o'clock in the afternoon, number one. Number two, it was going to get dark soon. And number three, I had to walk back in the dark. But that's besides the point. So, she kept texting me, calling me, blah, 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 while I was going up there. And so, on the way back, I was calling her to let her know I was on my way back and where I was. Well, she started pitching a freaking fit. Like I guess she was pissed at something, and so she took it out on me. I don't know. I mean, we're good now, but anyway. So I hung up on her, and as soon as I got home, I texted her. I was like, "Hey, come get your damn food." And she came and got it. She tried to talk to me, and I walked right inside, and that was it. And we talked for another 2 weeks, and finally, well, we still continued talking for like a week, and within the 2 week mark after that incident happened, I blocked her number. And I was supposed to walk Abigail down there to go sleep over and whatnot and blah blah blah. And so um I started dating a girl named Jennifer. Or no, Jessica from up north. And she was going to come see me. Well, come to find out, me not knowing, it wasn't to my knowledge, but Jessica talked about Heavenly's kids. And, Heavenly knew that if anything, I, 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 I never talked to her kids, but I straight told her, I was like, look, even though they're not my kids, I will treat them like my own. Well, Jessica started talking shit. And, so it was a big fight. They were threatening to come and kick my ass, kick my butt, and other stuff. They never did it. Then her baby daddy texted me, starting stuff, and this was like December, late November, December. I was with Tracy at that point because me and Jessica broke up. Me and Jessica broke up within 2 weeks of us being together. So it was a waste of my time, basically. I wasted 2 weeks of my life for nothing. But anyway, I almost spilled my dip juice. So we stopped talking, and I think it was like somewhere in February or March when we had a storm last year. She texted me. She started trying to talk to me on Instagram, and she was like, I'm just seeing how y'all were doing and if y'all are okay and blah 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 blah. And at that point, I went out to the truck later that night to charge my phone because we had no power. And then we got power back like later like that Sunday or whatever. But anyway, so fast forward, we didn't talk for like 3 months, 4 months. Well, no, it was probably a little from the time we talked, which was like late February around my birthday, all the way up to like October. We didn't talk, and then we video chatted, and well, we talked on the phone when she was drunk. Then we video chatted, and so what was I gonna say? Oh, we did talk a little bit in November, and that was because she texted my number and called me, and I was outside doing something for my grandmother at the time, and so I came back home. I talked to her. Her number got cut off. She texted me on Instagram like 2 or 3 weeks ago, trying to talk to me, and we talked, and I posted stuff about her, and then she stopped talking to me. I don't know what's going on. I don't want to know, but I rather know that she's okay. That's all I want to know. And so this was a little story. It was what happened, how I met my ex, story time. If you enjoy this kind of story, let me know down below if you want to hear one about Rachel. If you want to hear one about I can't remember now. If you want to hear more stories like this, let me know down in the comments below. When you go down to the description to read the description and song of the day, song of the week, and all that stuff, hit the subscribe button, turn on bell for post notifications and know when I post. I hope you have a great day, great night wherever you're watching this. Stay positive, always think positive, never think negative, never things will come your way. If I don't see you, I will see you on the dip side, America.